If you were a footballer, who would you rather be? Totti or Figo? The saint or the snake? In the modern age, players are ephemeral. They dip in and out, but when they leave, it still feels as raw as it ever did.
Will you please just fucking fuck off?
Fans want players to love the club as much as they do, and I think it rarely happens.
Players who love their club like fans do exist. They're just not that common.
Recently, we've had players professing their loyalty.
I've committed my future to Aston Villa Football Club, and I'm proving that there still is loyalty in football.
And leaving a week later. When Sol Campbell jumped a wall on Seven Sisters Road and joined Arsenal, all hell broke loose. This was a Tottenham hero ditching his formative club for the bastards down the road.
I said, oh my God, do you understand what you're doing?
It wasn't just what he did, which in itself would have been the greatest act of treachery ever. It was the way he did it.
I don't think he understood. If you're a football man and you feel it, you wouldn't even consider the prospects of doing that.
I often think what it's like for an outsider looking into the world of football, confused why things like players leaving matter so much, and I think it's because they just look at football as a series of sporting events.
But it's not just that, because over the course of a decade we spent every Sunday together, and all their best moments that they would have, on that Sunday, I would be having it with them.
Those goals, those last second tackles, they become pivotal moments in your day, pivotal moments in your week, pivotal moments in your season, and thus maybe pivotal moments in your life.
Look at Tiziano Crudeli's reaction to Pippo Inzaghi's last goal in his last game for AC Milan.
Gol! Pippo! Pippo mio! Pippo, Pippo mio la festa! Grazie, Pippo!
I mean, it's absurd to any objective outsider. It's even absurd probably to the supporter of another team. You can't take away any individual's accumulated experiences with something and then tell them whether it's rational or not rational or right or wrong.
Gerrard sacrificed a Premier League medal to play for Liverpool. He picked loyalty over silverware, and that isn't the decision you make whilst popping to the shops to grab a pint of semi-skimmed.
I don't think he'd swap one league title with another club to have not had another 10 years at Liverpool and been captain.
The dream growing up was always to pull on that shirt for Liverpool and play in front of all them supporters at Anfield, so to actually get there and experience it was a special day. To be the captain of Liverpool is a very privileged position.
I think I'd rather have the enduring adulation of the fans I love and legendary status over any trophy or medal in world football. It's not just the one club as though. Henry left for Barca to win the Champions League, something that Arsenal couldn't do, but is welcomed home with open arms.
Henry returning to Arsenal and running into his supporters when he gets back. Those are those moments that you remember in football.
So why is loyalty so important to us?
I think you just want 11 people every week, no matter where they're from, to try as hard as you know you would if you were doing the same thing.
It's not just about the player leaving, it's not just about the player taking his goals away or taking his defensive talent away. It's about the fact that he's saying that their club's not the most important.
It's like when Arsene Wenger said that everyone thinks they've got the prettiest wife at home. Your club means everything to you, which makes it hard to understand why players don't feel the same way.
When players like Ander Herrera move to Manchester United, or Javi Martinez to Bayern Munich, or Fernando Llorente to Juventus, the supporters don't understand the decisions because they say, Athletic Bilbao are the biggest club in the world for us, and they say, why these guys want to give a step forward if they are already in the best team in the world?
At some point we build the idea in our own head. We build the idea that the feeling is so mutual because in this great moment they celebrate to us, and maybe it's performative, we're just living in sort of little fantasy.
That, of course, is what makes Totti, is what makes Giggs, is what makes Scholes, Baresi so special, that we can associate them with one particular club and that they become monuments to that club.
I love you, I love you, I love you!
I think most fans would pick loyalty over a glittering career because we're football fans, not football players. Players have got short careers, they need to accumulate loads of cash and trophies before their hamstrings snap.
I understand it because it can be a very short career. Your career can be done by 21, 22, 23, 24. So on a human level, I don't blame people trying to earn as much money as possible.
put 30 years of professional football career in and never walk away with a trophy is really difficult.
Personally, if I was a player, I'd want to play for a different team every year. I'd want to travel the world. I want to see loads of different places and mix it up. But a lot of people, if they were honest, would say they'd go for the trophies.
Resisting to money and resisting to going to another club shows that greater virtue, wanting to give in to your community and play for that community, despite a maybe rational financial decision, for the greater opportunity of living on beyond yourself.
Surely the ultimate must be what only a handful of players get the chance to achieve, and that is winning stuff with your boyhood club. Gerrard may be missing a Premier League medal, but he dragged the team he loves to the biggest trophy in Europe, and I don't think it gets any better than that.
There's some really, really incredible experiences to be had as a footballer if you do it right.